Hello, beautiful souls. Today we'll be looking at prologue. We all know that there is two things, prologue and epilogue. Prologue is something which is written in the beginning of a work, and epilogue is something which is written at the end of a work. So let's see what a prologue is all about. Prologue is a Greek word. Pro means before and logos means saying. So prologue means something said beforehand. The Greek poet Thespis introduced it into the Greek. So Thespis is the one who is credited with introducing this particular word into Greek. Prologue gives an idea about what a work is all about. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is the best example. Prologue is different from preface because preface is not part of a work, whereas prologue is. Preface is either written by the author or by somebody else, but prologue is only written by the poet or author himself. In the Latin works, prologue is written elaborately compared to the Greek. Thomas Sackville, in his drama Gorboduc, introduced a pantomime as a prologue to it. In the Elizabethan England, if you look at Elizabethan England, before a play began, there would be three trumpets blown. Three trumpets would be blown, and a man in black dress, wearing a hat, would come upon the downstage holding a placard, scroll, or a book that contained the name of the play. Then he would remove the hat and then he would address the audience about the play, thereby letting the audience know what the play is all about. In drama, prologue is written in verse form. In the medieval times, homilies were introduced into the plays as prologue. In the medieval times, we're talking about medieval times. What is a homily now? Homily is nothing but kind of sermons that will preach you how to be patient, how to be kind, how to be humble, and all that. Maybe you can check out Martin Luther Jr. sermons. His sermons are actually homilies. So you can check out Martin Luther Jr. King Jr.'s homilies also. If you want to have a vast idea about what homilies are all about, you can check that out. Now coming to the pros and cons of prologue. Pros. It gives a clear-cut idea about what is going to happen in the work. It prepares the audience in advance. Right, like say for example, you're going to watch a movie and there's a prologue for the movie. Then you will know, okay, what the movie is all about. And you will be prepared to face anything and everything that is shown in the movie. Like you know, this is what is going to happen in the movie. That is a pros of it. You'll be prepared, like you'll be prepared about the scenes and all that, about what is going to happen next. You will know in advance. Now coming to the cons. If prologue is overloaded with information, then too much information would make a person lazy to read the whole work. Right? If prologue is cramped up completely, then it will make a person lazy to read the whole work. Because by reading the prologue itself, we get to know what the story or what the work is all about. So I don't think you will have the patience to read the whole work if it is crammed up totally. Now let's move on to the next slide. And next slide I have attached Romeo Juliet prologue. Let's have a look at that. So here we have the prologue of Romeo and Juliet. So I'll read the prologue for you. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what ear shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. So by reading this, we'll get an idea what the play is all about. It's about two lovers from two different families. but they are enemies with each other. The families are enemies with each other. So the star-crossed lovers cannot marry each other. Finally, they end their lives, which later on will lead to the ending of the enmities between the two families. And here we'll get to know 2 hours traffic of our stage. So the play is about 2 hours and it's set in Verona, and it gives us details about two families and about the star-crossed lovers. Finally, their death. Finally, the end of the strife between the two families. So we'll get an idea. Okay, the play is talking about all these things. So that's how a prologue works. It will give you a beforehand information about something that is going to happen. Maybe in a poem or in a drama or in a movie, anything. So prologue is something that will give you beforehand information. Okay guys, that's it for now. I'll come up with another video in the upcoming classes or in the near future. Bye for now.